Well, welcome back to the channel, everyone. In this video, I'm going to go over how my 2023 and 24 season went. I kind of had a late start this year. I didn't start hunting till about November 1st. I think it was the first day that I sat. Just because waterfall hunting was so good. We had that snow and it was some of the best waterfall hunting I had. I kind of got a late start and I was bear hunting early in the season. That's also a good time to kill ones. I kind of neglected deer hunting this year until November, but then after that in December, I kind of got after it. So the first day that I actually sat, I almost shot one. I didn't have trail cameras out or anything. I just kind of winged it in one of my old stands. It was probably like a 140-ish deer, pretty old too. The body looked like it was old. I almost had a chance at him, but he just wouldn't come out of the trees. So that kind of stunk, but it was a great first sit. And I'll kind of show you two other sits that I had this year where I had encounters with some nice bucks. So I actually saw that deer on November 14th is the day that I sat, and I had him at about 15 yards. And right away I thought it was an older kind of deer because he had all that mass on him, but the body of him was definitely a 2 to 3 year old. So I kind of let him go, and I actually had pictures of him later on in the year. So I think he definitely made rifle season, and hopefully he made bow season. But yeah, he might be a cool kind of deer next year if he keeps in that pattern, because he had a lot of mass for a young deer. So that was kind of cool. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to him next year. He could be a good one. So that deer I actually had an encounter with was on the 23rd of November, and it happened to be on Thanksgiving. I probably would have shot him if he was any other day, but it happened to be Thanksgiving. And I kind of said I was going to shoot a big one or not shoot one at all that day, so I didn't have to mess around with finding a deer and taking care of it. But yeah, that deer was actually probably 4 years old, had a real nice body. I did have pictures of him on my trail camera, and he was just all busted up. He was a buck. I think he was just a bully buck that was constantly moving around, and I actually had pictures of him that evening about 2 miles away, so he definitely put on some ground and he was searching. So it was a cool encounter. If it was just any other day, I probably would have shot him, but it was still early in the year, so I let him pass, and now looking back at it, I probably should have shot him. So yeah, now I'm going to actually fast forward to the day that I actually shot my deer. It's actually the 6th, January 6th, got 2 days left. I worked last night, so I'm a little tired, but I think I'm going to still go out and try to shoot one. So hopefully I can shoot one early, and then I can get some sleep before work tonight. So it's going to be about 27 degrees out. There's a little bit of flurry, so hopefully they're on their feet and I can end the 2023-24 season and get some deer meat in the freezer, because I love deer meat. So I'll see you guys out in the blind.
Well, I just hit a doe. I got 2 shots on her. The first one was a little far back. The second shot I put right in the money. But yeah, finally an end to the 2023-24 season. But yeah, I'm gonna give her about 20 minutes or so. I saw her go down. I think she'll be okay, but I just want to make sure she's dead before I go look for her.
There's some really good blood. This is where I smoked her, so I'm assuming it's not gonna be too far from here. That second shot, I had her broadside and I smoked her pretty good, I think. Oh yeah, she's bleeding real well. Oh yeah. Oh man, she can't be much farther than this. I thought I saw her go down over here. Oh, there she is. I walked right past her. Holy. I was gonna say, I thought I said, yeah, that last shot, I hit her really good. Well, got her all tagged up. She's gonna eat pretty dang good. Well, I got my 2023-24 tag punched with a nice doe. I'm pretty blessed. I love deer meat and I love these animals, and I'm very grateful for this doe. It was a tough year. Just a lot of things didn't go my way. I did happen to see a lot of deer, just not a lot of mature bucks this year. I think I went after 2 mature bucks this year that I had on camera, and that's about it. But again, just very grateful for her. I'll be putting her to good use. I eat deer like crazy, so it'd be nice to have some deer meat in the freezer. And yeah, I kind of felt bad that first shot wasn't that great, and ended up putting a good second shot on her. Other than that, what a great end of the year. But yeah, I'll end up probably showing you some favorite ways how I like to cook my venison in this video. But yeah, now the hard work starts. I got to go up a pretty steep hill, but luckily it's only like maybe a 400-yard walk to the truck. It's not that far at all. Well, I have my deer all skinned out and then hung up, and I have 2 of my favorite things, which I'm going to show you how to make, or how I like to do it. I got the tenderloin, and then I have the deer heart. So I got the tenderloin all washed up and then cut up, and then I have the heart. And what you want to do is you want to cut off all this white stuff up here on the top, and then all the white stuff around the heart. Just kind of trim it up, and then all you'll have left is some very red meat. So heart's one of my favorite things. I know a lot of people probably discard it and don't even use it, but I absolutely love it. Show you guys kind of what I do to prepare tenderloin and heart. So like I said, I'll trim up all this stuff. I'll just cut off that top is kind of all crap anyway. Just want to get off all that fatty tissue basically. Then what I like to do is I'll cut it, actually the heart, in half, and then just kind of open it up, and then that makes it easier to get all to this kind of whitey stuff in the inside. Not sure if it's veins or arteries or what the heck it is, but then you're left with just this nice red meat right here. So I got the tenderloin here. I'll get this all cut up, and
So we'll just cut up this tenderloin and we'll cook it the same way as we do the heart. I know the first time I tried heart, my buddy Travis gave it to me and I was a little skeptical, but it ended up being one of my favorite parts of the deer now, and I hardly ever, well, now I never throw it away unless I forget to. And what I like to do, I just like to make it in small strips, so don't want to do too big. All right, so I got her all cut up. Hit the heart, tenderloin. Then I'll go to the next step. So I'll turn my stove on about to medium and we'll get some let it warm up, and then we'll put some butter in there. So I fill up this Ziploc bag with flour, and then you can use any kind of seasoning. I'm going to use this Kinder's all-purpose seasoning. And then just add it to your flour. I'm going to put a pretty decent amount of seasoning in it. Then once you get it in there, shake it all up. Just add it in there. We'll do the heart first. I'm just going to cook it all and then use the leftovers for like fajitas and stuff. Cut a decent chunk of butter and... Oops, she's a little warm. Cool her down a little bit. And I'll do the same with the tenderloin, just put in flour. Then when I'm done with the heart, then I'll just throw it in and finish up the rest of the tenderloin. Another way I like to do tenderloins, I like to use like onions and mushrooms and just fry it up in butter that way too. That's really good. But since I already got the heart going, I'll do the same with the tenderloins. Butter should be nice and warm, and start putting it into the pan. And then once it starts crisping up, that's when I'll take it off, but it doesn't take too much. Just have it on that medium and wait till that piece gets nice and crispy. Well, after a few minutes, the one side crisped up, so flip them over to the other side. It's been on there for about 4 minutes. You don't want to have it on there too long. And we'll just throw the tenderloins back in the same pot and cook those up. Can't really screw up tenderloin. That is probably the best part of the deer. Look at that. Oh yeah. Jack, want a piece? Sit. Sit down. Oh, you missed! What the hell? Well, let Jack have the first bite, but we'll go in for one. Woo! That is good. You want some, honey?
Maybe.
Want to try some?
Maybe.
You don't want to cook it too long or it gets kind of rubbery, and I think I did about just right, so. Don't ever throw away your heart, because it is freaking good. Oh. Tenderloin's all done. Deer heart. You cannot beat that combo. But yeah, hopefully you guys kind of enjoyed that video, the 2023-24 montage of the bow season here in North Dakota for me. But yeah, it was kind of a weird year. I only had about 1 or 2 bucks that I was actually chasing after. Usually I have 5 or 6 different mature bucks that I'm chasing after, and then the one actually ended up getting poached. Kind of got shot on the land I was hunting, and he didn't have permission for it, so that kind of stunk. And it was a good deer, but that's another story. But yeah, after that, I didn't really have any mature deer that I wanted to shoot. And the one that I passed up that I probably would have shot if he showed up again, I never saw him again. So a lot of 2-year-old deer, a lot of 2 to 3, just not the right buck for me to shoot this year. So personally, I'd rather shoot a doe than shoot a 2.5-year-old buck or 3.5-year-old buck with potential. I kind of think seeing that, I know on YouTube you see that a ton with guys coming to North Dakota and getting their 2.5-year-old velvet deer. Well, for me, I like to see them reach their max potential, and I like to harvest an older, mature deer. But yeah, anytime I shoot a deer, it's always a good feeling, because you only get one a year. That part kind of stinks living here in North Dakota. We just don't have the deer populations to shoot multiple. So but yeah, it's always fun to just harvest one and appreciate that meat. But yeah, that last day was a fun hunt. I think I saw about 10 to 12 deer. And then ended up shooting that doe. I wish I'd have been a little bit more patient in that shot. I thought I could tuck it right back. I did still make a decent shot. I clipped her bottom lung, but it was a little far back. And then that second shot, I put a perfect shot on her. But yeah, it was nice. She only went about 50 yards and died quick. I hate seeing him suffer. So anytime you can make it quick, I always like it. So, but yeah, hopefully you guys kind of enjoyed that video, the recap of the 2023 season for me. And yeah, it was a fun year, but tough. So, but yeah, thanks for watching, and I'd appreciate it if you guys would like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya. Bye.